Le fils de John Lennon et de Yoko Ono a sans doute hérité du Japon de sa mère une grande maîtrise zen. Il a l'habitude d'attirer sur lui tous les fantasmes nés de la mort tragique de son père, sans que cela ne l'empêche de créer son propre univers musical, comme on le découvre dans ce nouveau double album Friendly Fire, sorti chez Capitol. Je ne résiste pas à l'envie de vous présenter également cet album remixé des Beatles, Love, sorti chez INTIME. Ce soir, dans son journal intime, Sean Lennon évoque cette étrangeté d'être le fils d'une légende, son éducation esthétique par Andy Warhol et surtout sa lutte contre la violence et la laideur du monde moderne par la simple beauté de sa musique.
And just as the sun sets, just as we will forget these precious moments. My name is Shantaro Ono Lennon. Taro is a Japanese name, but it doesn't really mean anything. My mom's name Yoko. Yoko means ocean child, yeah. My mother chose Taro because, she wanted me to have a Japanese identity as well as an English one, so I'm kind of in the middle. Because my father also took Ono as well, John Ono Lennon, and my mother kept Ono, Yoko Ono Lennon, so they were interested in, representing East and West.
Dead meat, don't you know you're dead meat? You just messed with the wrong team. Better not try and fall asleep now, yeah.
Yeah, no, people always ask me, why don't you change your name and, try to make music, with an anonymous name or something. But I did think about it, but I think it would be a mistake. It's almost like trying to say that there's something wrong with being me.
Love is like an aeroplane. You jump and then you pray. The lucky ones remain.
People projecting a fantasy about some idea of John Lennon or the Beatles or something, John and Yoko, whatever it is, I tend to sort of be a platform for people to project their fantasies on, In reality, I'm Sean, I'm not a puppet, you know what I mean, to make people remember my father, you know what I mean? And it's fine if people want to, project some fantasy onto me, that's their problem. It's not mine, really, you know what I mean? So for me to change my name, that would almost be giving, this idea of being Lennon's kid as, too much power or something. It's not such a big deal, I'm myself and, I'm proud of it. I don't want to hide who I am.
Please don't ask me why. But true as the sky, everyone is born to die.
When I grew up, there were a lot of artists in the house all the time, and Andy Warhol was one of them. Sure, he was one of my mom's closest friends. Andy used to send me pieces of art, like every couple of weeks he would just send me some strange sculpture that he made. When his cat died, he stuffed the cat and sent it to me, He even turned his cat into an art piece. So yeah, I think I was influenced by those people, and my mother especially, to always be kind of creating things. The idea of making art was one of the first ideas that I encountered, when I was a kid. It was always natural to me, maybe more so than for other kids, because I was influenced by those people. When my father did Give Peace a Chance, it was a very radical thing, and I think it really got people's attention.
For none of them to mention Vietnam as if nothing was happening.
But why should they ask you about it? You're successful entertained.
That is why because Americans always ask showbiz people what they think about it. So do the British, Showbiz, you know how it is. But I mean, you've just got to. You can't just keep quiet about anything that's going on in the world unless you're a monk.
But now when you do it, I just feel like people are a bit more jaded in terms of political music. So I feel like there might be better ways to motivate people politically other than music now. I don't think it's not the same world. In terms of being anti-war now, I think the war itself is the best advertisement against itself, you know. I don't think you really need to explain it to people how bad it is, because we have the news and you can see every day the pictures of people dying. For me, I think I'm more interested now, and not so much in political activism, but just in trying to improve myself as a person. You know, I've been reading this book by Jung, and he says that, you know, no great change ever comes with groups of people. It only happens with individuals, you know. Because I feel like if everybody did that, if everyone in the world was doing that, then the world would become a beautiful place, you know. One of the characteristics that I love the most about music is that it's invisible. But not just invisible, but intangible, you know. You can't touch it or smell it or see it, you know. And it's the only thing that is so physically present without any physical presence, you know what I mean? It's the only art form. And to me that makes it very magical. It makes it somehow also transcendent, because it exists almost in another dimension, you know, like a ghost or a phantom or a dream, you know.
I'm a believer. Insignificant things bring you dreams.
Generally, I only listen to classical and jazz, you know. I think it's because I'm a bit older now, and my sense of anxiety has sort of increased, especially, you know, with what's happening in the world in terms of the potential for, you know, global disaster. My anxiety level is so high that I tend to listen to music that's calming, and I would say jazz and classical tend to relax me. You know? That's why I'm trying to make my music that way too. I'm trying to make things that are very beautiful, because I think there's so much ugliness in the world. I'm trying to fight the ugliness with beauty.